Check. Check. 48's the money. Squeeze, double.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey. Kill.
They toss to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And able to find Green. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. On the crossing route, complete. That's Green. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sponge. No. Slay. 29.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Let's go. Check.
Regular.
go, 368. Stop.
Dalton here from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
Passing, it's Dalton. That's complete, right around the 8. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They toss to Ingram. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Jackson will look to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, Cam. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing again. Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Joe Mixon, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
40's up. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 2x2. Move. Hey, high 7. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. 48. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On the toss, Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Hands up. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 37, check 37.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 13.
2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Regular. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Play action now. Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now Jackson on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's get this. Mike 52, Mike 52. 3 buzz.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
You can choose the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Woo! Switch. Out.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that?
They've got his man complete. That's good for 28 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton airing one into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. A toss play left. There goes Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. That one goes for 24 yards. Nice big gain there from Mark. Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Jackson, he gets it to Brown. Complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Jackson now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
52's the mic. So we got man. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Hey, defense up. Pick it up, D. Hey, right 52. Whoa, 52. Hey, watch the slant. Let's go. Watch the slant. 52's the mic.
Again, Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Andrew Billings, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain. On the play there, 2nd down.
They don't want to keep playing.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's get it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete. Tried to get it to Willie Snead there. But now it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Mike 52, Mike, it's free. Where's 52?
Here's Jackson, operating from the gun. Flushed out right. He completes it right side to White. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Let's go. Choose at the flag. Watch the run.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now they run with Mixon, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. Jackson, and an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Hill. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well.
And the Ravens 1st down.
They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run here with Edwards. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Let them know, let them know. Check, 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 check. Go. Watch right. Blue there, blue there.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Tucker's kick is good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Dalton, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Get down.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Dalton, he's got Green. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
Check 52 is the mic. Check 52 is the mic. And watch that.
Again, it'll be Edwards. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He wants it all for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Tighten down. There you go. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch the run. Watch the run. There you go. 368. 29 is the Mike. Go. They can't hang with us.
Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Following the penalty, it's Hill. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go one more. Double time. Hey, 4 down. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Here's Hill one more time. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Ravens.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now a 10th carry for Hill. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Hill.
Yeah, baby.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go, you tighten up.
Jackson now. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
1st down, Baltimore.
Jackson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Hey. 4 down.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, partner, I know that you and I were raised that in this situation, just take a knee. You got the game pretty much salted away, but instead of that, they throw it. Another touchdown.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see this post-game handshake.
Maybe a conservative run up the middle, but to pass the ball and then score, yeah, some awkward handshakes coming up.
Yeah, this could be one of those, yeah, nice game, buddy.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out